guys, it's Amber. So today I'm going to be drawing a cat made out of yarn balls. This is a style that I have done several times in the past. I've actually made two videos, one where I made an elephant out of rocks and another one where I actually drew a cat as well several months ago, but it was made out of cats. And that was a very fun and interesting experience, and kind of the start of where this idea came from, because I actually wanted to do something like this before, and I came up with this idea when I came up with the Cat of Cats video, but I wasn't sure how to implement it until recently. So that's why it's out now, because I finally figured out how to do it and what I want to do. I can't really say that it's a complete success, but I tried. I actually did some different things in this, things that I don't normally do, which seems to be the case lately. But, you know, I like it. It looks like a cat, and that was the whole goal. So enough about my chit-chatter. Let's get on to the video so you can see it for yourself.
So right off the bat, I'm using black paper and gel pens for this drawing today. I used mainly a white gel pen, except when coloring the eyes and the nose. I used two different blues and two different pinks. The blues for the eye, the yarn balls that would make up the eye, and the pink for the yarn balls that made up the nose and the ear, as I'm sure you'll notice throughout the rest of this video. I saw a video about using white pen on black paper a couple days ago, and I don't know why, but it just is like click right in the brain. This would be the perfect opportunity to try it. I've never actually done it before, so why not implement this idea? I have no idea where I saw it. I think I saw it on Facebook or something. Otherwise I would link it, but I don't know. I have no idea where I came up with the idea. I mean, it's something that's been used before. I never thought to do it yet. I barely use my black paper. I love it, don't get me wrong. I just never know what to draw on it. I've made one other drawing on black paper that I can remember, and that was a raven skull, actually, with feathers making up its entire body. I'll make sure to put a picture up for you guys to see. And that turned out really good, but that was with pastel, actually that was with chalk pencils, so a little bit different, but not entirely. I'm sure you already noticed too, I have a preliminary sketch on this. I would have actually drawn that on camera, but I wasn't sure if it was going to show up because, you know, it's on black paper and I was just using a pencil. I'm actually surprised it shows the sketch lightly on the camera. And the only way I did this was I found some reference photos of cats, and as I do for anything I'm unsure of how to draw, or when I'm making animals, I like to have more realistic forms, so I constantly look at references to get just the right shape. And I think I did fairly well with the cat shape. I like it. I thought it was very fun. I like the movement. It's a little different from what I normally do with my cats. And again, I will have on my references, like my Pinterest reference board, because that's where all my references are, in the bottom of this video, in the description box below. So you can find that stuff. But yeah, there's not much to say about this. It's just a quick, rather easy drawing, but it was rather fun because I wasn't really sure how to draw yarn balls. I've never drawn yarn balls before. And I just basically scribbled. I mean, there's nothing else to really say about it. It was a lot of scribbling, but, you know, kind of doing a lot of hatching, as you can see. But keeping in that rounded motion so that it looked as though the yarn was wrapping around itself, but I didn't want it to be completely white or completely one color, because if I did that, then it'd just be a white ball, and then it completely defeats the purpose of yarn. So here you'll notice I grabbed a tissue paper recently. I don't know if I had it in there earlier, I wasn't paying attention. I used the tissue paper to sort of like keep my hand from actually connecting to the paper, because I noticed right away when I was working on the face that my hand, because I'm using gel pen, my hand would, if it touched the recent gel pen, it would smear. Granted, you can kind of semi-avoid this by working, like if you're right-handed, work with like you would if you were writing on the farthest things to your left, towards your right, and then move your way towards your right while moving down. So upper left to right, and then move down, you know, like you would on when writing paper. If you're left-handed, I would suggest doing the complete opposite. Go left to right. You know, if you decide to use gel pens at all. I mean, granted, most people know pens do tend to smear, or especially like fresh pen, and like unless they're like super great quality, it won't dry right away. And gel pens are notoriously bad about smearing and getting on your hand if they don't get the proper time to dry. I find using tissue paper or just any paper, tissue paper is my favorite because it's soft, but any other paper works fine too. It just sort of helps to keep not only your own oils from your hands from getting onto the paper, but if you have like charcoal or like in this case with the gel pens, it keeps it from getting on your hands and from smearing all over the place and essentially ruining the drawing or illustration, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's just a little note for you. I don't think there's anything else I gotta say. So I'm gonna let you guys go until the end.
Well, that was a learning experience. I've never drawn yarn, and I barely use black paper. I think I've made one or two other drawings, usually with pastels, but never pens. So I might have to try this again in the future. It was really fun and enjoyable, and surprisingly quick. I only made this one in an hour. Honestly, I think it's probably one of my fastest drawings that I've ever made, though that's not counting how long it took me to sketch it. I think that took me like another hour or two. Most drawings like this, depending on the difficulty and the complexity, take me anywhere from 7 to 10 hours, but this one was actually fairly easy. Maybe it's because I did larger pieces and it was mainly scribbling, I guess. I really don't know, but I enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves too. And if you didn't already know, you can find me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Ko-fi. I do have commissions open. Maybe think about that with the holidays coming up. You might want some last minute gift. Let me know. I make digital art and traditional, so might as well check it out. As always, you can find last week's video here, as well as an abstract animal video here. As always, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to wear your mask. Bye.